Hello everyone, I am T. A. Srinivasan, an experienced general counsel with years of expertise in helping businesses navigate the complex world of legal nitty-gritty. Today, we are diving into a crucial topic for any business owner, industrialist, or a business school student, that is managing trademarks. This video aims to provide valuable knowledge and insights that will empower you to protect your brand and ensure its recognition in the marketplace. What is a trademark? Uh, a trademark is a symbol, word, a device, number, letter, or phrase legally registered to represent a company or a product. It's not just a logo or a catchy slogan. It's a powerful tool for building brand identity and protecting your intellectual property. Trademarks play a vital role in ensuring that your brand is protected and recognizable in the crowded marketplace. For our audience, namely business owners, industrialists, and business school students, understanding trademarks is essential for safeguarding your brand's unique identity. Importance of trademarks. Legal protection. First and foremost, trademarks provide legal protection against an unauthorized use. Imagine spending years building your brand only to have someone else your name or logo without permission. Without a trademark, you could face potential legal disputes and significant financial loss. Real world examples abound. Consider the case of a small tech company that didn't secure its trademark and later faced costly litigation when a larger competitor used a similar name. The legal battles drained the resources and nearly drove them out of business. Brand recognition. Trademarks are also pivotal in establishing brand recognition and consumer trust. Think about iconic brands like Nike, Apple, Coca-Cola. The trademarks are instantly recognizable and evoke trust among the customers. These brands have effectively used the trademarks to enhance their marketing efforts and build customer loyalty. When customers see your trademark, they should immediately associate it with your quality, reliability. Further, trademarks provides competitive edge in the market by securing exclusivity over your brand identifiers. You prevent competitors from using similar names or symbols. This exclusivity can be leveraged strategically. For instance, companies like Starbucks have used their distinctive green mermaid logo to differentiate themselves in the crowded coffee market. That trademark not only sets them apart but also reinforces their brand's unique identity and positioning. Process of registering a trademark. Before getting into the registration process, there are some preliminary steps you should take. First, conduct a thorough trademark search to ensure that your proposed trademark is unique and not already in use. This step is crucial to avoid future litigation or conflicts. Next, I highly recommend consulting a trademark attorney who can provide expert guidance and support through the process. Finally, choose a distinctive and relevant trademark that truly represents your brand. Registration gives a prima facie right that your mark is registered and can be used as evidence for defending in an infringement proceedings. In case of a non-registered trademark is misused, passing off or common law proceedings could be initiated. Once you have completed the preliminary steps, it's time to file your trademark applications with the relevant trademark registry or authorities. This involves several steps: completing the necessary documentation, providing detailed information about your business and the proposed trademark, whether it's a proposed user or already a user, paying the required fees. The application process can take several months and there may be hurdles along the way, such as objections from other parties or request for additional information from the authorities. Post-registration maintenance is essential. After successful registering your trademark, the journey does not stop here. Regular monitoring and enforcement are essential to protect your trademark from infringement. You will also need to renew a trademark periodically without fail to maintain its validity and also put the mark into use. If you encounter any infringements, it's crucial to take prompt legal action to protect your rights. There are certain common mistakes and we'll see how to avoid them. One common mistake is selecting generic or descriptive terms as trademarks. These terms cannot be legally protected because they are too common and do not distinguish your brand from others. Instead, opt for unique and creative trademarks that stand out in the marketplace. Neglecting global protection is another pitfall to secure trademarks in international markets if we really plan for marketing our products there. It is vital to register your trademarks in key countries where you operate or plan to operate upon. This proactive approach will protect your brand on an international scale. Trademark usage for protection. What are the usages we need to take? Mark should be used as an adjective and not as a noun. For example, the Oxford Learner's Dictionary defines an adjective as a word that describes a person or thing. For example, big, red, and clever. In a big house, red wine, and a clever idea. So, adjectives are to be used. Mark should always be used consistently with usual stylized fonts or scripts, including color schemes, if any. This helps to maintain the uniqueness of the mark. This is all very essential. Mark should be used prominently in a text. It should find a prominent place. Mark should be used in a singular form and not in a plural form. If used in plural form, may convert the mark into a generic form where we may lose the monopoly. In all materials, when a mark is used or inscribed, it needs to be mentioned that the mark is owned by the rightful owner. If a mark is registered, you should always use the symbol R. If used and if it is in the process of registration, always use the symbol TM or SM. It is always necessary to make a constant search in the internet or the marketplace from time to time to ensure the mark is not infringed or there is no passing off or any such misuse. There are certain remedies available on infringement on trademark or passing off. A suit for infringement of a registered trademark must be filed in the district court or in the high court having the original pecuniary jurisdiction. A combined suit of passing off, infringement may be made. Interlocutory injunction may be sought from the court. Urgent and serious matters, we may pray for ex parte injunction may be obtained. Stay of proceedings at the registry of another impugned mark may also be sought if depending on the circumstances. The plaintiff owner must establish infringement if he chooses legal remedy. The reliefs usually granted by the courts include injunction on further use of the impugned mark. The court may award damages, may ask for the account of profits, order for delivery of infringing labels and marks for destruction or erasure, and the court may seek an undertaking by the defendant and not to use the impugned mark. Another aspect is with online business happening across the globe, trademark or service marks on the internet have assumed several dimensions. Cyber squatting happening where the others register one's own mark or others' mark. WIPO domain dispute resolutions are happening in a big way across the world. Hyperlinking to another website and using meta tags to another unintended site is fraught with legal risks which needs to be avoided. Infringement or passing off is happening online, which means using other person's trademark online. Then comes the jurisdiction of trademark dispute. The courts have very clearly held there are no borders in internet. So where the internet is visible, the jurisdiction starts there. In addition to trademarks, the trade names for others should not be used. No disparagement of another person's product, services, which may lead to defamation, should be avoided. Failing to enforce rights let us discuss on that. Lastly, Failing to actively enforce your trademark rights can lead to dilution of your brand's identity. It's important to monitor potential infringements regularly and take prompt action when necessary. It is necessary to establish strategies for enforcement which will help maintain the strength and exclusivity of your trademark. Let's recap some of the key points which we discussed. Trademarks are essential for legal protection against unauthorized use. They play a crucial role in establishing brand recognition and consumer trust, loyalty, and identity. A strong trademark can provide a competitive advantage. The registration process involves preliminary steps, application, post-registration maintenance. Avoid common mistakes such as choosing generic terms or words or dictionary words, neglecting global protection, and failing to enforce the trademark rights endowed by the Act. Proper management of trademarks can safeguard your brand identity and give you an edge over competitors. Initiate appropriate proceedings then and there to assert the right and keep misuse under check. I encourage all of you watching this video to start evaluating your current trademark strategy today. Protect your brand is not just an option, it's a necessity in today's competitive business environment. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe for more insightful contents on business management topics from me. This is T.A. Srinivasan. Thank you for watching.